lovers, that's 20 goons. And ice cream whip, triple school. I got 3 strikes, ain't got to lose. When it's all on the line, what you gonna do? Come on, I'm highly favored. Don't wanna play me, no conversation, ain't got time for no debating. It's for the taking.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the state of Florida and TIAA Bank Field in Jacksonville. This crowd excited to see their Jaguars as both teams emerged from their tunnels a moment ago. We are just about ready for football as the Jags get set to match up with the Baltimore Ravens. Justin Tucker set to boom this one away. And off we go from Jacksonville. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Here we go. Ready?
36. Focus, defense, focus.
Watch out. Great. 12.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. The open man is Westbrook. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 13 yards on the game's opening play. So from the 39 now 10.
Got him.
39-yard line.
A handoff to Fournette. He's got the 1st down and more past midfield. He's at the 30, 10, and touchdown, Jaguars. Leonard Fournette, 61 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Well, if they didn't get the wake-up call before the game, they got it right now. 2 plays already in the end zone.
I think of it in boxing terms because whether it's a big shot with your first one or a probing one, a little bit of a jab, the second one was the payoff. That was the big one that landed. 1-2, end zone.
And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Go! At their own 19-yard line.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. They'll run for the first time with Mark Ingram. And he'll lose yardage on this one back to the 13. That really sets them back. A loss of 6. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we...
And he coughs up the football near his own goal line. And this will be gathered up in the end zone, and that's a defensive touchdown. Lambo to add on the extra point. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start.
And that's caught inside the 30. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Willie Snead, 79 yards, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. They were already down 2 scores early. They needed something to try to stem that tide, and that certainly qualifies. A big play to get them in the end zone.
It qualifies indeed because, let's face it, they don't get something done on this drive, turn it back over, this game could be 88 and out the gate early.
What? 88 and out the gate?
Yeah.
What's that?
Listen, I used to hear my old...
Oh, and it's a fake. They'll try and throw for it. This is caught. And he will get into the end zone to shave 2 more points off the deficit. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This is taken at the 3. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go up and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Patrick Onwuasor up to make the tackle. On 2nd and 9, Foles. And the catch made here by Marquise Lee. Get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. And he'll get 2, maybe 3, up near the 37. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Here's the 2nd and 7. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down.
Hey, Alpha.
Back to throw. He's got the hook up to Lee.
It's not a surprise when you read scouting reports and watch tape because you know he's a heck of a player. But he is so difficult to get down in the open field. They just want to get him the ball and let him do his thing.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. They go back to the ground now with Fournette. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. And between the last 2 plays, they've moved it over half the length of the football field. One thing's for sure, this defense has to figure out how to stop the ground game. He's eating them up here in the first quarter.
It looks like they have to go to different forces, aren't they? The conventional things aren't working too well. So I remember a coach of mine saying way back when a back's having a great game, you've got to get the ball out of his hands. See how far he can run without the ball. And what he meant was takeaways, not get loose, because maybe you can't.
Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. And a short return will be stopped inside the 10 at the 8-yard line. The drive starts here with a carry by Ingram. And he's only able to work this from the 8 to the 10 for a pickup of 2. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. We are in for a good one as we're through 1 on EA Sports. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Jackson. And now he's going to use his legs. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first. Jackson on 1st down. And it's incomplete. Well, partner, let's put a bow on the Super Bowl for Kansas City. What a comeback win. Yet another come-from-behind victory for Patrick Mahomes and company. An absolute heartbreak for San Francisco.
Didn't Madden predict Kansas City would win the game?
Yes, 35-31, I believe they predicted.
I felt like most of the predictions I saw had the game in the 30s. So so a little bit lower scoring than we expected, but a lot of fireworks down the stretch, all by Kansas City. But how about San Francisco? Had the lead in the ball, under 12 minutes to go, and held Kansas City to 10 points through 3 quarters. And somehow they're winging their way back to San Francisco, trying to understand how they lost that game.
Yeah, not only did Kansas City win it, but they end up winning it by 11 points. They didn't see that coming at all. Now Jackson on first down. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And did the Jaguars come up with it? They did.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk-reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
So, should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about any more.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Leonard Fournette. Fournette, a first down, still going. A big hitter. That one goes for 40 yards.
Well, they put it all together on that one. Good vision, good blocking. A toss play to the left. How do you toss it?
Yeah, a toss is the underhand kind of egg toss. The pitch is kind of if you're running the option, you pitch it end over end, correct?
Yeah, I agree
you're
totally.
The guy.
I agree totally. And in the NFL, we'll see a lot more tosses than pitches. Because if you're pitching it, you might lose your quarterback.
Absolutely. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
At the Ravens 24-yard line.
Check 50.
On 2nd down, here's Fournette. He'll have a first down inside the 10. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Leonard Fournette with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And that makes it 21-8. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line.
At their own 32-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
You know, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. With that incompletion, a chance to mention the awards. Now with the season over, Lamar Jackson, as we speculated, he's the MVP, Coach of the Year. John Harbaugh, Lamar's coach. Michael Thomas, Stephon Gilmore, Offensive and Defensive Players of the Year, Offensive and Defensive Rookies of the Year. That went to Kyler Murray and Nick Bosa. And the Comeback Player of the Year, Charles, Ryan Tannehill. No surprise there.
Not to mention the #1 award that the NFL gives out, the one that they give the most, the credence isn't the right word, the most attention to, and the one that they want trumpeted the most, that's the Walter Payton Man of the Year, because that represents the totality of a player in the NFL, not just what they do on the field, but off the field as well. And that goes to Calais Campbell, the defensive tackle for the Jacksonville Jaguars. What a great award. Congratulations, Calais.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 16 yards on that one and a Raven first. This is Ingram on 1st and 10. And the broken tackle could not free him. Taken down right at the 10-yard line. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. On 2nd down, Ingram. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Consecutive runs of 6 yards gives him a 1st and 10. They'll run here with Ingram.
okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Looking at this now, you got a couple more cracks here this close. Sneak it.
I don't think you even go into a huddle. Just line up, snap it, and fall in behind those guys into the end zone.
And he is not going to get in as the big bodies stop him at the 1. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Right now, no questioning the toughness of this Jaguar defense. This has got a man. It's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Nick Boyle there to make the grab as his guys are back within a single score. No surprise there, 3rd and goal down here. That's where they're going to look for their tight end.
Yeah, you want that big guy running his routes because it doesn't matter who they cover him with. If it's another big guy, he might use his bulk against him. If it's a shorter defender, he might go over the top. Either way, you tend to find a little bit of a mismatch in that area.
This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened-up secondary.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. Looked like some hands both ways. They got it on the offense.
And sometimes there's a fine line between being the receiver and the DB, and he knocked that one away. Might have caused an incompletion that could have been an interception.
Out of the gun. They'll look to throw. He's going to let it go again. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock. D.D. Westbrook, his intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down.
Hey, exit.
They'll throw now on the final play. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. The Jaguars in possession of the lead, and they will get the football as we are underway in this second half. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well. It appears they're going to come up empty on this first drive of the second half, still down by that slim margin.
Yeah, and that's okay. You know, when you sit and analyze it, they're not happy about what happened, having to go to the bench. But this gives them a chance to let their defense do some work while they on the sidelines go over what they're doing offensively and formulate a proper plan.
They'll indeed go for it with Jackson. And he's got Snead. Defensively, a bit of a collapse, allowing the 4th down play to result in 23 yards.
I'd have to say that whenever you see a good post route run, they do not like to let it end without the catch. Hence, that great diving play.
Yeah, lay it up there, let him go get it, and he got it. Ingram again. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
A 10th carry here for Mark Ingram. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. DJ Hayden, the corner, in on the tackle. From the 38, Jackson flushed out right. Now he's going to throw deep rights and all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Hollywood Marquise Brown, 38 yards, as his guys can now take the lead with the extra point. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that will put them on top here in the third. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Check 31, check 31. Check
at the 38-yard line.
Here's Foles. He completes it to Westbrook. He's got the first down and more past midfield. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. From the 29, Foles. A throw left side, complete to his receiver, Westbrook. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 13-yard line.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Back now in Jacksonville. And we've got a dandy here. A 1-point game as we begin the fourth. Foles. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. Jalen Ferguson able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time.
I got motion. Check.
A handoff, Fournette running left. Give him 4 yards there, but still in a big hole. 3rd and long. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down.
Motion. 40.
Go.
Again, it's Fournette. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. Have to kick this field goal, don't you?
No question about it. Look at the clock. Look at the situation. Kick the field goal.
Josh Lambo on for the field goal. A 38-yard attempt.
And Lambo will put this one through. And with that, they will move ahead by 2 here in the fourth. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. That's good for 28 yards. Throwing is Jackson. Towards the end zone for Brown. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
I remember a coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. They'll fake the give to Ingram. Now Jackson. He's going to find his tight end Boyle. And he's got this down to the 35. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 35. 2 minutes remain, and that's our score differential as well. 2 points here in the 4th quarter. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive.
Sponge, sponge, sponge. No, no, no. Under 10, under 10, 10. Back, back, back. No, no, no. Off. Under crunch, under crunch, under crunch. Watch that. Switch it. Come on, switch it.
They'll run on first down. It's Ingram, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Now Jackson. That's into the hands of the tight end Boyle. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively, they burn it here with 1:51 left. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me. I'm going to keep firing.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Nick Boyle, a beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Ravens have retaken the lead. So with a lead at 5, the book definitely says go for 2 here to try to get it to a 7-point differential. Throwing now is Jackson. And he is into the end zone as that pushes the lead up to 6. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
And now the throw taken in by Chark. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. 25 yards there on the catch and run. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He's got his tight end, O'Shaughnessy. The Jags picking up the first down there, a gain of 12. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Back to throw. This one complete to the tight end, O'Shaughnessy. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Completes it to Lee. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
Jet bombers. Jet bomber.
1st and 10 at the 16-yard line.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. 3rd and long coming up. Defensively, you pressure the quarterback or drape all over the passing lane?
Yes, that's exactly what you do. It's both because they're not mutually exclusive. They may have been at one time in football, but not anymore. You want to have that pressure. If you have a big-time pass rusher, send him after the quarterback, and then make sure you blanket the field.
And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. He'll look to throw. And it's caught. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Marquise Lee with time running out as they are now an extra point away from perhaps stealing one here in the final minute. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And that is going to put him on top by a point, and it sets us up for quite a finish. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
At their own 17-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. So you're right there, but obviously the clock is not your friend. How do you handle this situation?
You're thinking 2 plays.
He's got a man, complete. And he will finally be taken down, but not before he reaches the 38. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop him with 13 seconds left to play. They'll look to throw. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock. He was looking for Nick Boyle that time, and that'll bring up 2nd down. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
One last shot for Jackson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. A costly sack. They'll have to use a timeout here. And barring a defensive penalty, they'll be looking at one final play. So it's up now to one of the most accurate kickers in NFL history, Justin Tucker. This from Tom Dempsey range here. And this doesn't get there. It's no good. They had to go for it, but their final effort here is going to come up short. So this will be a win for Jacksonville. And I think you'd have to label this an upset. Yes, they were at home, but still an upset. They got the job done.
Yeah, even being at home was not enough for people to think they were going to pull this one off. But give them credit for playing not just a smart football game, but one where they were going to be physical about the whole thing. They put up their fists and said, let's fight, and showed their crowd that they were into this one.
Then that's the thing. The crowd responded. They were really good in this game.
Yeah, they were not going to be pushed around. They were not going to be intimidated. They refused to back down and came away with a victory.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Jaguars are winners here as we say so long from Jacksonville.